You know, in spiritual life, it is easy to get confused between ego and divine will. When you want something very badly, you want to assert that that will be given to you. You feel you should work hard for it. But, you know, sometimes in life, no matter how hard you work for something, no matter what you do, it doesn't work out. And then you may be very discouraged, feel sorry for yourself, wonder why things don't go your way. You may even, if it is something really difficult for you, blame God, Guru, anyone you can think of. Because it wasn't as you thought it should be. You didn't get what you want. Something happened which was very unpleasant. But in reality, divine will is played through the dance of creation. The Lady Prakriti, the Divine Mother, does not play favorites. She equally distributes the fruits and the bounty of her love. And weaves the dance of creation in impartiality. The tapestry of life is one of joys and sorrows, gains and losses, life and death. The tapestry that she weaves of creation involves untold numbers of living beings, forms that are ever changing, consciousness ever evolving, moving. There is a rhythm, a pattern to it all. For living beings have a kind of momentum. They are in a stream of evolution. And like any stream, it has a flow. That flow is from material existence to cosmic unity. There is a natural draw towards wholeness, towards the source of being. And it draws living beings through the evolutionary cycles. When living beings are evolving, they have so many different experiences, and the impressions of those experiences are left upon the mind. And that karma creates the unique individuality of that person. But that unique individuality is woven into the great tapestry of creation. To be one thread among countless many, one flower in the garden of the beloved. In that process, there is a dance between the forces which pull a person back, away from their source, and the forces which bring them towards the whole, towards the one. These two forces are ever in a certain tension with each other, within creation itself and within the life of each and every person, each and every animal, each and every plant, within each and every living being. You feel in your life this push and pull of these different forces. You have an intention to move into love, to move into wholeness, to grow in your being. And you set that intention. But then you have certain ideas about what that looks like, certain beliefs about what should happen. You make plans. But your plans get disrupted, and then you are distressed. Life isn't as you think it should be. And so you assert yourself. But all of that assertion comes from the small individual self. There are larger forces in your life, forces that move you towards the one, that draw you like a moth to the flame. And those forces, if you move towards the light, will cause certain experiences in your life. You may be pulled away from things you have believed you should do. You may be drawn to circumstances and situations that you did not expect or plan for. Your pain of today may become the blessing which opens the door for opportunities for your growth and development towards wholeness. Sometimes the steps that lead to freedom are hard won. Sometimes they are not so easy. Sometimes they are completely the opposite of what you expect, what you believe your life should look like, what you think should happen. So, what to do when divine grace comes into your life and turns it upside down, destroys your neat little life that you have built, turns upside down your anticipated beliefs and ideas about what should and will happen. What to do? The yogis of ancient time realized that the solution to this knotty problem lies in surrender. It lies in letting go. In opening yourself to align yourself with a higher power, with a force of grace and love that is beyond your ego, beyond your mental beliefs and constructs. When you do this, then suddenly all of those experiences which you have judged to be unpleasant, which you don't want, you don't like, suddenly they become a hand of grace. And you see that each one opens new doors, new opportunities to move closer to the divine. Life is not static. It is ever in flux, a movement, a flow, a woven tapestry of existence. You are not a static force. You are a movement of consciousness, of being, flowing and moving through varieties of experiences, moved by an internal force towards the Supreme. And when you connect with that grace, that flow that moves you towards the divine, you do so through surrender, through letting go, allowing yourself to be carried like the babe in the mother's arms, allowing yourself to receive grace, to be loved, allowing yourself to open your heart in faith and love. You find there is a movement, a flow to your life. The difficult circumstances, situations are so often only difficult because you resist that flow. Because you attempt to control what cannot be controlled. You are a part of a larger whole. In this garden of the beloved, in this tapestry of life, you are woven in a pattern that plays out among innumerable beings. A movement when you let go and you surrender to the force from which that pattern arises, then life becomes very simple. Life becomes sweet. When you resist, when you try to control, to dominate, to be in charge, to affirm your stamp on reality. It may be successful for a time, but then the struggle comes. Ego cannot bring you forward in your spiritual life. Surrender, letting go, allowing divine will, divine love to guide you, to move you, harmonizing yourself with the inner flow brings you to wholeness. And much suffering is averted when you live in this harmony with the divine. Then you become simple, like a child. Whole, complete.